Hi, I'm Jenny. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for being here today. I really appreciate you spending some time with me. So today I am still working on that Halloween journal. Still, I know it's the beginning of October. It's today's the 2nd, which is Monday. So this will show on the 4th. But I'm not done with it yet. I don't know. I'm hoping I'll be done with it before Halloween. That would be a nice thing. But if not, I'll just keep working on it. It'll be fun. So I have a page. This is going to be one of the inside pages. I'll show you the other side. This is the first page that's in that. Remember, it's a notebook style. So, and I'll do a flip through when it's all done. So that's the first page. And so I have a page, and I wanted to do like a crystal ball. So I was trying to figure out a good way to do that, and I thought it would be fun to kind of maybe make a circle out of, I don't want it to be too see-through. I know crystal balls are see-through, that's by their nature, they're crystal and you can see in them. But frequently we think about crystal balls as being eerie and having smoky, kind of substance inside and looking shadowy and stuff. So I want to kind of have that effect. And I was inspired by this graphic that I got out of a drawing book. So I was thinking needs to be cut apart here, but I kept it together so that I could, keep them together in my stash. But I was inspired by this, and I thought this seems like, we're reading someone's palm, and we need, graphics of crystal balls, and here's a book, and things like that. So hopefully we'll end up making something that looks kind of like a crystal ball today. I'm not really sure. So I have some it's lightweight cardstock. It's not too heavy, but it is a little heavier than paper. And all I did was I used 2 different lids to draw 2 circles, because I want to put something in the center of it, and so I'm gonna get that started. I'm gonna cut the outside first, or the inside first. I want to be able to have like a kind of a rim around it. So I'm thinking something on the order of like a shaker card in some ways. So I'm thinking I might put some glitter on the inside, and I don't want to use anything too see-through. So I have some like really thin rice paper. I think it's rice paper. Transparency paper maybe. We'll look at what the package says. To use, I think like a single ply of tissue might do the same thing. But I want it to be a little hazy. I don't want it to be too crystal clear. Okay, so I cut out the inside so that I could still keep them together while I was doing that, so that it was easy to make them match. If you do the inside stuff first, it's easier. So that's kind of my plan. We'll see how it goes. I'll show you that paper in just a second. After I get this cut, we'll kind of lay it on there and see how it looks. Okay. All right. So this is what I was going to use. It says tracing paper. I got this at Daiso. They opened a store in Chandler, Arizona, near us. And so I was only there once, right after when it first opened. So my thought is it's kind of transparent. You can see through it, but it's kind of cloudy too. So I was thinking that 2 sheets of that with something inside. I don't know, maybe you're not going to be able to see through with 2 sheets. Let's see. Yeah, you can still kind of see through. Interesting. Okay, so that's my idea. I wonder if it would be better to have 1 sheet on the front and something really clear on the back. Because I do want to put something in between. Like I want to put some glitter and stuff in there. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I can find something clear. So maybe this is on the front to create that kind of smoky, hazy look, but then the back is clear so that it doesn't compound it and make it really hazy. Well, I don't know. See, now I'm second guessing myself. Let's put just a tiny little bit of glitter on here and see. So if I have a little bit of glitter in there, how is that looking? Yeah, that doesn't really look glittery, does it? Okay, maybe I'll need to rethink this. I'll be right back with a couple other options. See you in a minute. Okay, I'm back, and we're just gonna shift gears. I think I like this page protector better, and it's clear without being. It's more of a matte clear. I mean, I guess it is kind of shiny. I say matte, but it's really not matte. But it's maybe more satiny clear as opposed to this real shiny, thinner packaging. So, all right, I'm not sure what I'm trying to say, but I think this is what we're going to use. That's what I'm trying to say. So I need to figure out the best way to go about putting this together. And I'm thinking that it might be best to attach one side and then cut around it. And then attach the other side with the stuff in the middle. And I can see my circle's a little wonky, so I'm gonna have to be sure I match it when I put it on there. Okay. I'm not sure if a glue stick is going to hold this, so I thought I would try some double-sided tape. Although, and I thought maybe I would just kind of go all the way around and trim off anything that's sticking out. This may be easier said than done. Since it's round, you know, you can't really, and I'm gonna put stuff inside it, so it has to seal all the way around. Although I guess the outside doesn't necessarily have to seal, does it? Just the inside part. Okay. I think I'm struggling a little bit today. I don't know. I'm not really too sure about this. I suppose I think hot glue might melt the plastic. I'm not sure. So all right. So obviously this is going to take a moment. Okay, that took me a minute or two, but I've got it. So we're good. We've got a couple of pieces to put together here, so we just need to put something in it and seal the edges. And I think I might try using my hot glue when I do the edges. Although it might make some of it stick around the edges, but I think that might be okay. Maybe we'll actually turn it so it kind of does an aura around the edge. That might be kind of cool, huh? So I'm just thinking just a little bit of glitter. I want a little bit of black, a little silver, you know, and we're just playing here. This is just an experiment. Oops. My plug just decided for some reason to go sideways. Okay, there we go. Do a little black, a little silver, maybe a little orange. Just to, you know, and I just want to mix them up a little bit. I think I need a little more silver in there. Silver's a lot finer, so you're not quite seeing it as much. There we go. That's a little better. Okay. Let's see which way this goes. I think it goes. I want to kind of match up. I can always even it out a little bit. I do want to try to match it if I can. Okay, here's my thought is we'll do just a little bit at a time. Just kind of work my way around. We'll see how it looks. I mean, I haven't done this before, so, you know, but that's the fun of this kind of stuff, right? Is trying out something you haven't done before. Do you remember when we were kids and we made stuff and when it wasn't perfect, it was still okay? You know, that's kind of what I'm after here. I'm after not worry as much about perfection and worry more about whether or not it was fun to make. And that's kind of where I am these days. All right. Okay, so I think we have created a dam all the way around there. Let's put that back over there. Trim this up a little bit. Didn't quite get it lined up, but that's okay. Okay, let's see if we can kind of spread that around, make it sort of mystical looking. Yeah, well, that's pretty cool, isn't it? I have some washi tape. I don't know how hard it would be to kind of, I mean, here's the problem with circles, right? Is that you have things that are straight and you can't really turn them. They don't really go around the circle. If they're skinny enough, you can kind of make it work, but I probably should have done this before I glued it together. But I was trying to decide whether I could I think if I do that, I'm gonna have to cut it in little pieces and kind of work it around. What do you think? I don't know. Should we kind of do the edge? I wonder about doing a heavier piece on the edge and kind of folding it down. What do you think? Something heavier on the edge and fold it down. I was just hoping for a little prismatic crystal kind of, you know, if we go to the edge and then the edge and the edge and the edge. Well, let's see. I wonder what's going to happen. You know. Right. I'm just playing here, guys, so, you know. I just thought I would bring you along as I attempt to create something for my Halloween journal. So. let's see. And then if we trim, well, that's kind of cool looking, isn't it? Okay. I think maybe that's what I want to do. And it's okay if there's a little edge there, but let's cut another little length here. And I think, let's see, I cut that one in half. So this is actually duct tape, right? Duck brand. I think I probably got it, oh gosh, I don't know, years and years and years ago, is my guess. Because I've had a lot of this kind of tape for a very long time, and I am trying really hard to use up things. We are moving next summer, and I don't want to move all of it. And chances are I will be donating a lot of it. Just, you know, just so I don't have to move it all. And honestly, it's probably time to clean out and start over. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But that is sort of my plan, is to use up a bunch of it. There are some things that are a little higher price that I might sell on like Facebook Marketplace or someplace like that to somebody in my area, or I might just, you know, donate it all. It's hard to know. It's, you know, when we get a little closer. Oops, I guess I don't need to do another piece because I have another piece right here. When we get a little closer to packing up, I will know for sure then, because I'll know at that point. Right now we haven't bought a house yet, so when we purchase a house, I will know how big of a studio room I'm going to have, how much space, and so I'll know how much I can take at that point. You know, I did have a creative slump and needed to redo a little bit of my furniture. I'm still working on that. It's in progress, but you can see my tabletop is done. And this table is can actually be quite large. It can be a very large. It's got a leaf that nests down inside it. And I bought this table from a fellow teacher. Oh, probably 12 years ago, 13 years ago maybe, for like $20. And it has had multiple incarnations. It's a really nice, sturdy wooden table, and it's large, so, you know, depending on how I have the room arranged, I can open it up with the leaf, and even without the leaf, it's plenty big. There's room for lock and bar to have space. And so I rearranged, and I put new stuff on top of this. Excuse me. And I painted the base a blue color. It was yellow. It was kind of a creamy yellow, and I did have similar paper to this. It was kind of a white, beige, white, gray planking look. So this is the same kind of design. I like this design on the tabletop. It has a design without being too much of a pattern. Like, it's not so much pattern that when you're doing something, you can't really see. It's distracting from the pattern that you're looking at. And it's restful. And I thrifted some curtains, some new curtains. They're blue velvet. They're probably darker. They're a little darker than this. So I thrifted some of those at Goodwill. And let's see what else. So I paid like $15 for a pair of curtains. And they were too long, so I cut them off and I made a valance with part of what I cut off. And the other part of what I cut off, I'm going to reupholster. I'm going to use some of it to make some covers for my chairs in here. I've got a couple of bar stools. This is a bar height table. And I've got a couple of bar stools in here. And so we're going to cover those. They're kind of a gray tweed. And I'd like them to be a little more blue. So I'm going to use some of the leftover fabric from the curtains and some denim. Cover those. Gosh, and I bought some extra of this to cover some of the shelves in here. And I wasn't going to do anything because I'm like, oh, well, we're going to move in less than a year, you know, next May, June, probably late May, early June, somewhere in there. But I still have to live with it till then. So, oh, I kind of like that. I know it's very shiny, right? I don't know if you on camera, if you can see, it's really picking up all the colors. And I like that this is kind of hazy inside. Let's see how it looks on the page. Thought I kept that glitter to a minimum, and there's still glitter. See, yeah, I like that because now it sticks out a little bit on the page, and this is kind of fun. As the page moves, that'll move around. So I have this little scrap piece of paper that I found in my scrap bin. I have or it's a big baggie actually. I have like a gallon Ziploc baggie that I keep my scraps in. And I thought it might make a nice base. So do you think it goes, yeah, I think maybe it goes on top of the base like that. And then I have that, I showed you that at the beginning. So do we put that lower or have it kind of up high? Need to cut that candle off. So it's like a pedestal with a book on it. It's like a pedestal with a book open and then this hand kind of behind the pedestal. So there's that. We could put that a little behind. And we could make a little flame for the candle. I like the base here. I feel like there needs to be something else. This needs definitely some definition behind it. This might too. I wonder about putting it on. I wonder about cutting this apart as well. From the book there. I could put the book open at the base down here. I don't know, I feel like it needs something in an orangey or something to offset some of this. I like how this is here, so I think I want to go ahead and maybe glue that to the frame. I'll turn it this way so the heaviest part is down. Okay, I think I want to go ahead and It's got a little bit of a base. What else does it need? Do we need... I don't have to use the book or the candle. The candle's kind of cool though. Oh, maybe if we put the candle on top of it. Could make a little flame for the candle out of some yellow paper. And then what about this? This could just kind of be up here as a design. Maybe if we outline that in yellow. It does kind of look like it's just hanging there though, doesn't it? Well, maybe we should let it hang. Maybe we should put some little chains so that it's actually looks like it's hanging, or some ribbons or something so it looks like it's hanging there. That might be an idea. Just there. And some little yellow here. Okay, let me grab a little bit of scrap. I have some scrap paper, I'm sure, in yellowy orange or whatever, to make a little flame for that. And then I think I want to back that onto something, maybe a different color, maybe some more of this kind of maroon, or maybe something orangey yellowy to go behind that. And then maybe we'll let it hang. Then maybe we could put some words on it. What could we put on there? Like, ask a question if you dare. That might be cool. Have your fortune told. Okay, let me get some colored paper and I'll be right back. Okay, so you can see I went ahead and added some rickrack to these fingers. I just glued it on the back so that we can kind of attach it like it's hanging. And that made me think of a sign, like when you go and you see like a psychic or a palm reader or something like that, they have signs. So hanging. So I thought it reminded me of a sign. So I thought that would be our sign to go to the psychic. And so I just wrote that in marker and kind of outlined it in some purple and did a little darker outline on the hand just to give it a little oomph on the background. And then, so on the candle, I found a little circle that had some dots on it that looked kind of like a sun, but it was real pale. So I just used markers to color in kind of an orangey yellow and a little darker orange, and then a red in the center, which I just glued then to the candle. So it looks like it has a little flame on it. So I think we're gonna do something like that. And I also wrote out ask a question if you dare. And I just did it on some orange paper. I'll show you, here's a scrap of the orange paper. So it had little polka dots on it. But I just wrote on it with a marker. And this is kind of a faded black. So this is a little faded. So that's okay with me. It's a little faded. And then I'm going to arrange that, probably like ask a question if you dare, that kind of thing. So I think I'm ready to start gluing some things down here. I think I want to do the hand first. And I think what we want to do maybe is glue the hand and then go in with some hot glue on the rickrack. I'm trying to think of what it's called. Can't think of what it's called. It's like I'm losing my mind. Oh, it was probably long gone a long time ago, but alas. Let's see, and I think I want it about there, and I'm watching here the holes where it's going to go into my book. I don't know, is that far enough down? Yeah, maybe. Might could go a little further. I don't think it's quite set yet, so let maybe down just a little more. I like the idea of it hanging though, like a sign. I think that's kind of neat. And to me, the purple kind of makes it look a little neon sign kind of, you know. So let's just do a line up here. Right, that had a very different connotation in the 80s, didn't it? Showing my age again. Didn't really have any chain that I thought would be the right scale for this, so okay, let's trim that off. All right, so we've got that hanging down. And this guy with his movable window of stuff. Yeah, because that just overlaps that just ever so slightly. I think that's good. Just gonna hit some hot glue here. I find dimensional things tend to work a little better with hot glue. They just stay a little better. There we go, like that. And this guy is going to go right over the top here. And he's pretty thin. I think you can probably just go with regular glue. If we have trouble with him coming up, I'll put something else on him. But just right over the top so he's in front. There we go. All right, so let's arrange some of those letters. I probably could have written it a little bit bigger. Ask a question. If you dare. And just maybe a little, there we go, something like that. I think that's good. I can manage not to get glue all over the paper on the front. And my fingers. Let's grab my towel. Move my glue gun out of the way before I lay my arm against it. Let's go ahead and get question down. Well, there's probably more glue on my fingers than on the back of that letter. So let me get my towel in here. There we go. Ask a question. Let's go ahead and put dare, and then we can kind of center the other two above it. See, I rub it across there with my thumb and stuff, and then I get glue all over my fingers, and then I'm like, why are my fingers so sticky? Well, because you rubbed glue on them, you know. There we go. Okay. I think I like that, and I like the orange and the purple. It's kind of interesting, I think, you know, very Halloween looking. And then it's got just a little bit of outline on it. So, yeah, maybe... You know, maybe the only thing I would do is maybe go back and outline around here with some black. but I think I'm going to look at it for a little while before I decide, because I kind of like it the way it is. Or maybe I could outline with some of the purple to pull some of the purple over here. That's probably cool. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. We're creeping up on close to 1,000 subscribers. So when we hit 1,000, I'll have a nice giveaway. And so if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I appreciate you watching. Thanks, thanks for being here, and go out and make something fun. See you next time. Bye.